Awesome date. Sometime in the future. Awesome topic. The Middle Tennessee Anime Convention. Ninja. This is the OSMcast. Hey folks, it's the OSMcast. I'm Basil.
This is Kevin.
And with us from Akibar Renditions is...
Mark.
And from MTAC is...
Christy.
And what do you do at MTAC?
I am the Director of Media Relations and Advertising.
Pretty much she wrangles us podcast and press people and makes things happen.
Pretty much.
Like the entire reason why one of the reasons we're here is because Nico grabbed us, who was the, I guess the community guy. And he grabbed us at the end of Eddie Boy's podcasting panel. I was like, hey, y'all said you went to MTAC last year. I'm like, well, yeah. You should go as a podcast. You should email me, and I could email you people.
Yeah, this is a completely new project for me. Cole said, he was like, I want you to make this your baby, and so I tried really hard. It's pretty successful, obviously. I mean, you guys are here.
It's true. So, how has the other podcasts been for you?
Honestly, like, one section, they were really only interested in guest interviews, so they came in here at 4 o'clock, and I don't know if you guys were in here, or if I think I told you.
You told me, but we had communications issues with the rest of the people. The stuff wasn't here, and so it happens.
But yeah, they came in here and got everything they needed because they just were basically interested in the slants. So that was pretty cool. They got to do their thing, and I think they're done recording. And then, obviously, the surprise that we walked into in the room.
Yeah, the Cinegeeks.
Yeah, Cinegeeks were still recording their show, and we didn't think there'd be anybody in here. But
it was really interesting. It felt like they were very much comic book geeks that were also anime fans. You can tell because their favorite anime unanimously was Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
And Star Blazers, though.
And Star Blazers.
And Star Blazers, so they're of the right generation.
There was a redeeming factor.
There was.
Can I tell you guys a secret?
Sure.
I don't know hardly jack about anime.
It's all right.
I'd say your secret is safe with us, but this is going out on the internet.
Plot.
It's true, but
True.
it's a video game costume. And I'd love to cosplay, and I cosplay at Dragon Con too, even if I've never seen it. It's just, I'm a theater person, and I never got out of the dress-up phase of being a child.
Which we understand.
Yes. Yeah.
Both Kevin and I used to do the whole opera thing.
Yes, we used to.
Back when Huntsville had an opera theater.
When Huntsville had good
that's
theater,
awesome.
yeah.
So this is MTAC's 7th convention, I think.
Oh, no, sir. It's 9.
9.
Nine.
Oh, wow.
We were off.
Oh, I get it now.
Ninja. Oh,
I get it now.
Last year was MTAC Infinity, and it was, of course,
And-
an infinity symbol.
Yeah, for some reason we remember the last one named was 6th period, but that was, I guess, a while ago then.
Yep,
Yeah.
6th period,
Man.
then it was Prime, and of course it was all centered around the release of the Transformers movie.
Right.
And then last year was Infinity, Infinity/Kaiju, because that was our
Right.
theme. We're the theme convention. It's fun.
Well, let's try. I remember ever since Leo 2.5, back when there was about to be a 2, then there wasn't a 2, and then they're like, no, we're coming back. And it came 2.5, then it was Pi, and...
I'm pretty sure I wasn't even in high school at 2.5.
Oh, wow.
Now I feel old.
I'm sorry.
Well, from what I gather happened is they had the first MTAC, skipped a year,
Hold on.
MTAC 2.5, then they skipped another year, and that's what caused them to go, okay, we'll just call ourselves Pi 3.14. And then they've kept it yearly after that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Irregular cons are bad.
But, well, they fixed that problem.
Good.
Well, that's what happens when you trust lives on credit cards.
Credit cards and volunteer labor.
So, how has the con been for you so far?
Well, I switched over to con mode Thursday morning, which was really scary because I had to go into work that morning and have a meeting with some of my managers. So they were asking me why I was acting like I was on crack. And I was like, you don't even want to know. And we got here Thursday night. It was pretty calm on Thursday, and then everything exploded Friday morning. I was going nuts because I hadn't seen half of my podcasters. Other people were giving away badges, and I was like, no, I have a very organized system, that I like to stick by. The whole Cine Geeks thing, like them being in here, I had a schedule for the room. Obviously, I told you to come in and meet me at 8. And it's little miscommunications. And then I just got done doing an exhibition performance at MTAC Idol where I had to sing, and it's not pretty.
Well, these things happen. And like I said, we were totally cool about it because, we understand that when cons happen, shit also happens.
Lots of shit.
And you got to learn to roll with it or else,
You just die.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to change the schedule. Things that move to different rooms. People don't show up.
I remember, for example, AWA this past year, they had set the...
Oh, no love for AWA, apparently.
For this time on, I believe, was it Saturday evening, when the con schedule went out, it became Saturday morning. And then when they actually showed up for it, they were doing an Oron High School Host Club thing that was still continuing on, so they moved it back to its original time slot, Saturday evening.
I used to spend several years working with AWA, and most of the time, right up until the con actually started, everything was up in the air, schedules would conflict, people would book things on top of each other. It'd be utter chaos you just have to work through to get through the con, and basically that's the entire putting on a con, is just working through all that.
Yeah, AWA was my first convention, and I was almost on their security staff last year, but I just couldn't do Dragon Con and AWA, and if you're going to pick one, you're going to pick Dragon Con.
If you're over the age of 18.
I don't know. I mean, if I ever have kids, as long as they're, I don't know. I can see dressing my kids up and taking them to Dragon Con. I want to expose them very early.
Get them while they're young.
Yes.
Speaking of kids, we noticed that y'all have a thing called Chibi Corner.
We do.
And what exactly is that?
Chibi Corner is a place for parents to drop the younger kids off or to go and participate with the younger kids. They offer things like crafts, little snacks and stuff, so mom and dad can go geek out for an hour or two. And we have a really nice girl. I think the same girl is running it this year, but I haven't seen her. Her name is Kristen. She's always run it in the past, and she's really great with kids. But it's kind of like a babysitting thing, but, don't leave your kid there all day because that's just wrong.
Right.
But it's also open to any of the con-goers who aren't being creepy, who want to, go in and just do arts and crafts, because it's not always, there's not always kids in there, so.
So this is something that's been going on for a while then?
Yes.
Okay. This is the first time I've ever noticed it, so. But until recently, we've been going on the Saturdays of MTAC, so this is actually our first weekend at MTAC.
Sweet deal.
And so we were like, what's this Chibi Corner thing? And we noticed that while there is a variety of panels, at least for us, there wasn't that many panels we wanted to go to. And actually, there's more panels tomorrow that we want to go to than today. And how do y'all figure out who does panels? What's the whole panel procedure?
Our senior director of programming is Holly Stant, and she usually people sometimes just walk up to her and say, I want to do a panel. Some of the staff do panels, so of course we just insert that in there, but a lot of people, they'll just email Holly and say, hey, we want to do this panel, and she has to decide whether it's a legit panel or if it goes into our fan panel, which, doesn't get as much. I mean, it's still very accessible and still gets packed, but it doesn't get as much attention as like the main room or the mini main room. Otherwise, yeah, a lot of people usually just say, hey, I've got this cool idea, can I do this panel? I did crossplay yesterday, it was fun.
That's cool. Were you expecting the crazy explosion line of the dealer's room this year?
We actually were. We were a little prepared for that. I mean, that's a dealer's room line. Same as a registration line. We have an amazing public safety group, though, that keeps everything perfect for us. Anything any of us need. security wise and line control wise. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the big tall guy with the megaphone walking through the lines yelling at congoers. That's Ken, and he is our crowd control man. And obviously you're going to listen to that man.
Now, you mentioned registration, but I actually noticed there didn't seem to be much of a line in registration this year.
It was outside. It went down the stairs and out and around the building.
Well,
Did it really?
We looked for that. We didn't see it.
Yeah, when we walked right into the room when we got here yesterday at like 1 in the afternoon.
Really?
Walked right up to the table.
And anytime I walked back to my car, I looked for it because we were in that line last year.
Yeah.
And I never saw one. It was amazing.
There was a bit of a line today, but also on Thursday nights, we don't really have a lot of programming going. We're still working on how to do a 4-day convention, but we have a few early bird specials, early bird check-in, of course, and then we have, like the gaming room will be open, so some people can start participating. A couple of videos will be running in one of the rooms, but a lot of people did come on Thursday night, and then Friday morning it was pretty busy, but not really. Today there was more of a line than anything. I almost hit a couple of people with my car.
Well, it must have cleared out before we woke up.
I think y'all heard
And what time was
someone.
that?
Stupid awake.
Yeah,
y'all
cracking
heard,
in.
you saw a guy ran into another guy.
Yeah, actually, that was a fun, interesting moment this afternoon. As we had a car, we watched a truck back into a van,
Great.
leave an awesome dent. So we snatched a marker and a bit of cardboard out of your room and wrote the van driver a little note that said, "A truck did this to you. Their license plate number is this."
Oh, I had to go on an errand this morning, and when I got back, the hotel can't block off parking for the staff,
Right.
but we brought our own cones, and
Right.
some lovely, considerate, kind person just ran right over my cone, and I had rock star parking. And I can see my car. It's next to the Pods truck all the way in the bottom of the parking lot now.
Yeah. Ouch.
And it's just not fun. And I wrote him a nice love letter. It was fun.
Yeah, we cheat. We have a handicap placard.
Hey, if it works.
I used to bring my own cone to AWA. I had a full-size Cobb County road cone in my trunk, and I'd park on the first day, and every time I left, I'd drop it in the spot and leave, and then, stick it back in my trunk when I got back.
Great.
That's cool, man.
I had a friend in, my boss, old boss, went to Georgia Tech, used to boot his own car in downtown Atlanta. He bought a boot at a police auction so he could park wherever, and the cops wouldn't write him a ticket because the car was already booted. And then he just removed the boot whenever he got back and throw it in his trunk.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty ingenious.
So there we go. How to keep your car from being towed.
Book your own
Taking
car.
notes at home,
Lesson
kids.
Okay, tips from the OSMcast.
That's right.
For all of us.
I didn't say he got a ticket because a cop caught him removing the boot, though, and said tampering with police property.
No, it's my boot. Well, I'm granting you a ticket for being illegally parked then.
So what's your highest point of the con and the lowest point of the con so far?
So far, trying to think. I had a lot of fun at the Vampire Night Ball last night. That was the first year for the event because it's also this is the first year we have been able to completely take over a convention space and not have to share it with anybody. And we took over the courtyard for that, and that was our director of Art Tracks event, Amber Bug. She did a wonderful job. I mean, she paid some money out of her budget for a punch and just told people about it. Had a crappy PA system playing music, but it was really successful, and I had a lot of fun at that last night. And then, of course, we had the meet and greet in the green room and with the VIPs, so I drank a lot of plum sangria last night.
Nice.
That was a pretty fun high point, and I guess the low point is I'm having to take on a lot more responsibility this year than I have before, and I didn't feel like I was completely prepared this year. So, and I was definitely not as organized as I wanted to be.
So did you learn anything for next year?
Yes, I did.
And is it not? Is it? Hopefully, it's not to do it.
Well, no. MTAC is kind of a second home to me. I grew up with a lot of the senior directors as my best friends, so.
That's cool. I had a thought. Then I lost the thought.
Well, I'll ask a question then. Attendance this year. Have you guys seen a rise in attendance so far that you know of, or have you held steady, declined?
Well, I know for a fact that our director of revenue.
Mhm.
She handles registration. You may have met her, Jessie. She announced over the radio hours and hours and hours ago that we were actually completely sold out of Saturday-only badges. So if people wanted to buy badges, they'd have to buy 2-day badges.
Wow.
And then there may have been a badge problem earlier that I wasn't clear on. They didn't really brief me on, but it was something about needing more badges because we were screwed.
That's very good.
Yeah, I know, well, because I had one coming in, I noticed there was a few people had problems with their badges, getting them because of some kind of error in the online ordering, but...
I really was not trying to deal with
Yeah.
that. I mean,
But they were very nice about it.
I pretty much, when I'm not dealing, of course, with media and podcasting and drinking in the green room, because I like wine, usually I'm what we have on our organizational chart as a firefighter, somebody who's been around for a while, who is kind of like a first response team.
Right. There's a problem, you run out to fix it.
Yeah, so usually I'm going around going, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? So it just depends.
Well, with your with such booming attendance, then are you looking next year to? I don't know. It's very far in the future, but are you going to try to stay in this venue? Do you think? Has that even been tossed around yet, or?
It's been talked about, and usually we do not find that out until after the convention.
Okay.
We have a wonderful relationship with the Sheridan Music City. They have been absolutely wonderful to us. Their staff helps us so much, and I don't know. I really like it here. It's convenient to a lot of people.
It is very nice as
Very
well.
central. It's not that bad for me to come to Murfreesboro. And plus, I got to visit my parents today because they live down the road. So,
Oh, it's nice.
Excellent.
Is there any possibility to move the dealer's room into a larger room, or is that something just logistically impossible due to the nature of the building?
well, what we did this year is, for those who were here last year, they will probably notice that the dealer's room is a little more cramped. It's because we took a third of it away than what was there last year, and we sacrificed that for a bigger main room because the events that we had were booming, and if you went to cosplay, or if anybody happened to glimpse in cosplay, it was 70 billion degrees in there, and it was packed wall to wall. Like, I had to squeeze behind people to get to the tech booth, so...
Because I haven't heard really any complaints about the con, but only people I've talked to is like, well, they felt the dealer's room was too small. So do you feel that the main room has paid off in contrast to the smaller dealer's room, or?
I think so, because look at it this way. You go into the dealer's room. This is how I feel when I go into a dealer's room. There are, the varieties, the weapons and the T-shirts and the little toys and the charms. And for me, take OhioCon for an example. I work OhioCon too every January, and their dealer's room is huge, but all of their dealers sell all of the same crap. Why do we want, 20
Right.
dealers selling the same Naruto keychains? So we were a lot pickier this year with who we invited to be a dealer and what kind of space they got. So.
I did notice when I was in there that it seemed like each booth was something different for the most part.
Yeah, we definitely tried to keep that up. And then, of course, we put some overflow into our concourse area as well.
Guys, got any more general ones?
No, I'm pretty-
We'll roll into the Awesome Five.
Go for it.
The Awesome Five, this one's for you specifically. This is where we do our hard-hitting journalistic questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite candy and or sweet?
My favorite candy and or sweet. I love cupcakes. Strawberry cupcakes. Those are really good. And then if it comes down to candy, I've usually got mixed berry Skittles.
If you were stuck on a desert island and had to choose 3 tools to ensure survival, would you enjoy the coconut milk?
What?
You're stuck on a desert island.
Okay.
They're going to have coconut trees.
Obviously.
Therefore, there's coconuts. Therefore, if you crack on a coconut, you're going to get the coconut
Well,
milk.
obviously.
Would you like the coconut milk?
What is an acceptable answer?
Yes, I probably would.
Okay. What project or what aspect of the con that you've worked on would be most benefited by the inclusion of giant robots?
Probably crowd control. they could just sweep them all in one fell swoop. I don't have to yell at anybody not to run, not to, stop right in the middle of a hallway, because I love people. I'm a very outgoing person, but working at conventions kind of makes me want to kill kids sometimes. And I'm not that far removed.
Line to the dealer's room. Forms on the right. You have 30 seconds to comply.
Exactly.
Some say that you can judge society by the monsters that they create. What kind of monster would you create?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would probably... What?
What's with that question?
A society is you can judge somebody's. For example, one of our big things is zombies. If you think about it, we're a very slow, lethargic. We're constantly referred to as an obese nation. And what's our major big thing? Slow, shambling zombies. They're too lazy.
I had to question. Just
That's okay. No, I would make it something really cute and unassuming, like a giant duckbill platypus, and it would confuse people
Ooh, yes.
and then
Duckbill
destroy
platypus.
them.
They're
Hooray, poisonous mammals.
Yes.
They're poisonous?
Yeah,
They have
males.
poisonous barbs on the back of their feet, and it's very, very dangerous.
The male
Wow.
duckbill
Yeah.
platypus, yes.
so there you go. Enjoy.
I learned something new today. Trivia.
They're more dangerous than they seem.
They also have no
It's
evolutionary
illegal.
record.
Yes.
Hello.
And finally, how many awesomes out of awesome are you?
How many awesomes out of awesome am I?
Yes.
All of them.
All right.
guess.
Well, that's pretty conclusive.
Pretty damn awesome.
I'm pretty, I like myself.
Well, very good.
And that's all the questions we got. So
All right, then.
thank you for sticking around. And there we go.
Thanks for the good times.
All right, thank you guys for being here. I hope you'll come next year. Of course, it'll be a little more of a rounded out project than just Cole telling me, hey, guess what? This is what you're doing this year.
Oh, we'll totally keep in touch.
All right.
Hey, we got some podcasters coming.
Woo.
We are here on the spot. OSMcast over here with the Hentai Pope. What's up, sir?
Your mother.
That is correct. How are you doing this fine evening?
Drunk.
As well as you should. So how's your con been so far?
It's been alright.
Been all right?
The parts I remember, anyways.
What's the most memorable moment of the convention so far for you? Within the past 5 minutes.
Getting recognized. That's always good.
Awesome. You have a good one, sir. And we'll talk to you later.
Okay. I'll be around.
As will we.